Oh, hey, long time no see. Welcome to home. Y'all will have to excuse the fit for the evening. This is my after-work leisure attire. But yeah, so it has been forever since I've made a video and posted it here. So it's about time that I actually get back to doing that. So life has been incredibly busy for the past year or so. But recently I have moved back to my hometown. So before, all of my videos were shot in Dallas or in Waco area and never really at a home base kind of thing. But recently, or I guess a month ago, I moved back to my hometown and have been kind of going crazy with all the projects. So I'm gonna give y'all an E30 update, show off this thing, and just cover some bases and kind of give you all the rundown before I get back into uploading actual project stuff. So let's get to it. for the last company I worked for, we did a whole month worth of content just for the 2 E30s that we had. It ended up mainly just being focused on my car. So a lot happened to this since the last time it was on this channel. I'll kind of just give the rough breakdown. As you can see, it's pink. Not really. It's dark in here, so I'll kind of go back out here and talk about it. So it is now wrapped Ruby Star Red. The Widebody kit is installed. Racing seat, exhaust that I built, suspension stuff, literally everything that needed to happen to get the car to a looking good standpoint. And now we're kind of to the point to where I finished some of the cosmetic stuff and I'm back on the, making it run like I want to kind of thing. Body kit from Poland, handmade, super rare, hard to find, very few in existence. Cool, right? But to back it up, still a stock M20. So as you can see, there's no core support. Hey, you want to be in the video?
Rush Pike.
This I'm making removable so I can pull the motor in and out with the trans attached because that's easier because this car is stupid low right now. But yeah, I'm gonna paint this because it was white and didn't match the rest of the car and it hung out from the bottom and looked terrible. So this is all still probably the same as the last you saw it. It is now tuned on decently well for like just the NA car. Strut brace I know wasn't in there. That's just there because these cars are basically soda cans. It's kind of in disarray right now. One of the biggest things that happened was I cut the whole rear bumper off and the bottom of the trunk. So that's fun. I know I'm forgetting stuff, but I built an exhaust, so it is a long tube header setup from I don't know where, super cheap. And I went from a 2 to 1, 3-inch, and so it's 3-inch all the way out the back. And kind of just, well, hold on. Dumps under the trunk, which that will change because I want it to dump or come out of the side skirt. I started working on a bumper. So that's an extensive project that I haven't, completed. But yeah, the main thing, it's just aesthetically, kind of together. So it didn't miss anything too fun. And so next will be turbo manifold. So I'm gonna do the Kangaroos team, whatever, cast manifold. Not really sure which turbo I'm gonna do yet, but that's next. So that'll be fun. And then we'll get to doing some more fun stuff with it because there's all sorts of ideas and they're never ending. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna rip the Ruby Star off because this car was supposed to be white and it's not white. So that was the original goal. I kind of want to stick to that because this color choice wasn't really mine. So anyways, that's a whole different story for. I know some of you might be here from the Wagoneer era, which Wagoneer's still here. It is in town at another building. So that project is kind of backburnered. I was dailying it for a while and that sucked and was very scary in Dallas. So that was less than ideal. Dailied it for over a year and it did fine until it didn't. And then it just started being unfun. So that's when this thing came into the picture. This is my 2004 GX470. Hands down, one of the favorite, or hands down one of my most favorite cars that I've ever had. And I've had a lot of cars. The E30 and the GX are, my favorites. That's coming from having bagged GTI, Audi, all sorts of stuff. Kind of been all over the place with my cars, but this is probably like my favorite one to daily, other than gas mileage. But compared to the Wagoneer, it's pretty great in the gas mileage department. So I'll go over this real quick. Like I said, 2004, so non-nav car, which is a big deal. iBox Stage 2 Pro lift kit, so sitting at like 3 inches of lift in the front and 2.2 in the rear. I'm going to swap the rear out eventually because I want it to have a little bit of a rake to it, because I do have some stuff in the trunk that I need to compensate for. You know, the standard issue ditch lights. I did retrofit some little pods into the factory fog lights, and that's a giant bug that I smoked. Maybe you can see better from here. Those are cool. That was a nice little OEM Plus mod that I did a couple weeks ago. And then I did some chase lights with the same lights on the spoiler, which was also cool, because when people are like riding my bumper, I can blind them just a touch. So normally people buy a bracket for this. I did it differently because I don't like how low it hung. So these are rib nutted into the wing. The wiring is run through the wing and then through the grommet in the door itself, and then run to the switch panel. Also standard issue 285/70 17 mud terrains. And then for wheels, which was a recent pickup, is the Black Rhino Tusk, which is a newer wheel. I think it came out the start of this year. Super aggressive, and it looks super cool. Spacer, I'm sitting at like a -50 offset, and it definitely does rub, which is fine because I don't care that much and I can fix it. I just haven't done it yet, because I do want to do videos with this. There's a bunch of crap in here, and I'm going to upload pictures because I have to, because there's stuff, because I just actually finished moving out of my apartment in Dallas, so I have just remnants from that. But I have this platform that folds, kind of inspired off the base camp folding platform for these. So my back seats fold flat, a piece folds forward, one piece folds back, and then I have a full-sized 4-inch foam mattress that's tri-fold that fits in the back. With that, I have a camping trip planned the first weekend in June, so we'll give that a test run. I also have a giant tent that comes off the back of the car that has a mosquito net and awnings and stuff like that, because rooftop tents are expensive, and I really like the way this thing looks with no roof rack, because there's a roof rack there. So I also, since it's a non-nav car, I have upgraded all the speakers in here. So the only speakers that are stock are the door 3.5 inch and the tweeters, the little one, I think they're 1-inch tweeters, 1.5 inch. Pioneer head unit, going to an Infinity Reference Series amp with a 12-inch sub at like 1200 watts, which is way overkill. It's just what I had. So that's gonna go, and that's gonna go into my brother's GX. And then I'm building a drawer setup with a new JL 8-inch sub and amp from my boy James at Creative Audio. So that'll be a project happening soon, because while the folding thing is cool and it's nice that it can come out, I haven't taken this out once. So I'm okay with putting drawers in it and incorporating like the sub box into that, because the 12-inch sub box that I've cut down to fit under there, while it sounds fine, is less than ideal for space reasons. This thing, still a major work in progress. Also the daily, so not too crucial. Did the bumper cut, still have the trailer hitch, which did the bumper cut, still have the aftermarket trailer hitch set up, and I'm gonna get rid of that and do something different, and then cut the bumper up a little higher. Haven't cut the front bumper yet, but that'll happen soon. But yeah, that's really it for this thing. It's pretty simple. Oh yeah, I am currently working on headlights. I'll show you those. Had an extra set of headlights because me, my dad, and my brother all have a GX, and they replaced their headlights. I didn't. But we're gonna do gray housings to match the centers of the wheels and all that. So that'll be cool, but also another video for another day. But honestly, for both of these cars, I've been way more active on TikTok and Instagram with like little updates for these. So if you want to look at anything, there's a bunch of stuff there. There's a bunch of stuff from my old work YouTube channel about this. If you want to see like the wrap stuff and little things that I did, nothing too important. But yeah, that's kind of the gist. Just wanted to do like a little update and kind of run down on what's going on, where the cars are at, what's new, and kind of get back into the swing of things now that I can, you know, create content comfortably in the peace of my home, which is sweet. Because not having your own space to work on stuff is honestly really draining. Because now I can just come home and do it, and it's nice, and not like I'm having to go somewhere else after I've already gotten home and do a whole bunch of stuff. So, but if you have any questions about either car, you know, hit me up in the comments, hit me up on Instagram, you know, anywhere you can find me. Y'all know what to do. It's the same name everywhere. And yeah, let's talk about it. But for this video, that's all I'm gonna do. It's just quick, sweet, to the point. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one.